Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. The Pastel de Nata is one of Portugal's most iconic desserts, known for its crisp pastry and creamy custard filling. In this video, we'll explore what makes this custard tart so special and where its story began. Have you ever walked past a bakery and felt pulled in by the scent of burnt sugar and buttery pastry? If you've been to Lisbon, you know that smell belongs to the Pastel de Nata. This small, golden tart is the undisputed king of Portuguese sweets. With its signature scorched top and a crust that shatters with every bite, it's more than just a dessert, it's a piece of national identity. People across the globe have fallen in love with this treat because it strikes a perfect balance between textures. It isn't too heavy or overly sugary, making it easy to eat 2 or 3 in a single sitting. Whether you find them in a high-end cafe or a tiny neighborhood shop, these tarts represent a rich culinary tradition that has lasted for centuries. The secret history of the Portuguese custard tart. The story of the Pastel de Nata begins in the parish of Belém, specifically within the walls of the Jerónimos monastery. During the 18th century, monks and nuns used massive amounts of egg whites to starch their clothes and clarify wine. This left them with an abundance of leftover egg yolks. To avoid waste, the residents of the monastery began using those yolks to create rich, custardy pastries. For a long time, these treats stayed within the religious community, but political change soon forced the recipe out into the world. When the Liberal Revolution of 1820 broke out, many religious orders faced closure and a lack of funding. To survive, the monks started selling these tarts to the public at a nearby sugar refinery. By 1834, the monastery closed its doors for good. The monks decided to sell the secret recipe to the owners of that refinery. In 1837, the refinery owners opened Fábrica de Pastéis de Belém, which still stands today. Even now, the original recipe is a guarded secret kept in a secret room by only a few master bakers. Every other tart sold in Portugal is called a Pastel de Nata, while only those from the original shop carry the name Pastel de Belém. What makes the perfect Pastel de Nata? A truly great custard tart is a sensory experience that relies on a specific set of rules. First, look at the crust. It shouldn't be a crumbly short crust, it must be a laminated puff pastry. When you bite into it, it should sound like dry leaves crunching underfoot. The bottom of the tart usually features a spiral pattern where the pastry was pressed into the tin. This technique creates a sturdy base that holds the heavy custard without getting soggy. If the pastry is chewy or greasy, it hasn't been made correctly. The filling is just as important as the shell. A perfect custard is silky, smooth, and slightly wobbly. It shouldn't taste like scrambled eggs or feel thick like pudding. To get that iconic look, bakers use an extremely hot oven, often reaching over 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense heat causes the sugar in the custard to aggera, creating those dark, charred spots on the surface. These spots provide a slightly bitter edge that cuts through the sweetness of the cream. Without that scorched top, the tart lacks its characteristic depth of flavor. Traditional toppings, cinnamon and powdered sugar. In Portugal, a Pastel de Nata is rarely eaten plain. When you order one at a counter, the server will often point toward 2 shakers containing cinnamon and icing sugar. It's a cultural standard to sprinkle these over the tart while it's still warm from the oven. The cinnamon adds a warm, earthy spice that complements the vanilla notes in the custard, while the powdered sugar adds a delicate extra crunch. Most locals choose a heavy dusting of cinnamon, as the aroma alone makes the experience feel much more traditional. Now that you know the origins and unique qualities of the Pastel de Nata, we'll take a closer look at how to enjoy it like a local and what makes a perfect one. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.